To celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the Bit Squad, we are going to be giving away $1,000 in Bitcoin for the months of March and April, along with 2 Nano Ledger S's. An extra $100 prize will be available for those who join the Telegram group. Like and comment on every video in March and April for the maximum number of entries. You must be a subscriber to win. Hey Bit Squad, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the decentralized exchange Metamorph. So I've spent a lot of time over the last couple of weeks talking about why it's important to use alternate exchanges. We've seen really Binance rise up and have total power over crypto by who it lists or who it chooses not to list, and that is not healthy for the space. Now, Binance recently came out with their own decentralized exchange, but it's not really decentralized. They said that the nodes on the system were given to close partners with them, and there's plenty of reasons that I could go over in a different video what makes Binance Exchange actually not really decentralized. So if you're looking for a good decentralized exchange, Metamorph may be one that you want to check out. So it's had a lot of news, a lot of updates. We're going to go over all that. We're going to look at the platform briefly. So let's start with CoinMarketCap. So the token of the Metamorph exchange is the Metam. Have you ever met them? Anyways, it's METM. It's ranked right now 970 on CoinMarketCap. This just launched recently. There was a delay in the launch, which probably had some bearing on the poor performance, why it's, took a dip, kind of like everything else did. But now it's, full on, it's functioning properly. It has launched. They've got a lot of news, like I said. So while it is coming out in right now at 970, I do expect that to increase over the next couple of months. So we look at the chart here, you can see that dip I was kind of talking about. So the dip really started kind of in October, and then it came back up, and then it dipped with everything else. So this dump right here is due to the delay of the platform. So now that it's launched, it's kind of plateaued. Non-financial advice could be a good time to get in on this one. But we're really looking at the exchange today, not necessarily the token itself. So if we come over here to the Metamorph wallet, first thing you notice is they have a chat box. So you can see that right here. They have launched the chat box recently. I always think it's interesting just reading some of the chat that goes on in some of these chat boxes and things like that. But this is app.metamorph.pro. That's where you can find this at. You can see the trading aspect here, where you can see where you can make your buy orders and things like that. So you may see this right here, WETH. If you don't know, if you're new to this, it means wrapped Ethereum. And then there's also wrapped Bitcoin. So they also have WBTC pairs on here. So what is wrapped Bitcoin? Well, I'm glad you asked. No, it's not a Soulja Boy song about Bitcoin. It is WBTC, also known as wrapped Bitcoin. It's an ERC20 token on the Ethereum network, which is basically a stable coin to Bitcoin. It's pegged 1-to-1. So it's a representation of Bitcoin on an Ethereum network, which is what Metamorph is. So, those are a couple of the trading pairs you have available. You can go here to the exchange aspect of it, and you can see all of the different things that, you can send in and that you can receive. There's all kinds of stuff on here. Holochain, I think, was recently introduced. Basic attention token is on here. Tron is on here. So there's definitely a lot of different things that you can do. Now, why is it called Metamorph? Well, because these are actually atomic swaps, which means these are coins being exchanged for other coins on the same network. So that is what you're seeing here. Now, there are plenty of other decentralized exchanges out there. There are some that actually use atomic swaps as well. So let's look at a comparison here of changelly, bancor, Exodus, and Metamorph. Out of those, I would say bancor is probably the best outside of Metamorph in terms of what I've used before. But you can see Metamorph actually has a lot more going on than all of these. It has the exchange, portfolio, wallet, backup, transaction history, web interface, mobile app, desktop app, advanced trading, alerts, API, It's got Ledger, MetaMask, Parity, and Mist support. So it's got a lot to kind of separate it from some of these other decentralized exchanges that we've seen. And, you know, with a decentralized exchange, it's not one entity that's owning your crypto, right? Because it's not your keys, not your crypto. With a decentralized exchange, you actually do still own your crypto. So Metamorph is not going to run into some of the problems that you've seen some of these other centralized exchanges run into, such as mainly hacks and security problems. So you can feel a lot safer with your money on a decentralized exchange and things like that. So if we go here, we check out their Twitter. They got a real cool logo. It looks like a shield. It's got 2 M's in it. I was actually looking at something today that shows like hidden logos, you know, so this kind of would be one, right? You got 2 M's, Metamorph inside of a little shield or whatever. So you can see they've got almost 8,000 followers, 327 tweets. So it is like a newer account. They got a lot of activity on here. You can see they tweet at least once per day, pretty much. Actually, it looks like several times per day. So let's look at some of their recent tweets that they had that were pretty significant. So this one is from February 6th. 20 million METM have been burned, which is 10% of MTM that were burned out of the total 200 million total supply. So if we go back here and we look, you see the total supply, it was at 200 million and now it's at 180 million with the coin burn. Now, when you have coin burns, that increases the value of the coins that are left. So that's why coin burns are a pretty cool thing. So that was cool that they did that. And you could see that 20 million that were burned reflected in that 180 million price or total supply number. So then you look over here, they recently have now just been added to FAT BTC, which is an exchange. This would have been on March 4th. So you can see here, this is the FAT BTC exchange. Anytime a token is getting listed on another exchange is a pretty big deal. You may not have heard of FAT BTC, but this was a big deal for them to get on this market and things like that. So we'll go back to the platform here and look just a little bit. We'll go back to the markets here. You can kind of see the top performers of the day. LPT, not really sure what that is, but ZRX and Wrapped ETH would be number 2 for the top performers of the day. Omise Go, Maker, Basic Attention Token. So we definitely know all of those. What is LPT? Let me look it up real quick. Live Peer. Have no idea what that is. Learned something new today. So you can keep going down here. To start trading, you have to connect your wallet. So this would be your Ledger, your Mist, my Ether wallet. I assume also, not my crypto. I can't remember what the other one, the my Ether wallet competitor is that was started by, someone that was involved with my Ether wallet. It'll come to me in just a minute, maybe. No, you guys can drop it down in the comments. I'm sure everybody knows but me. But you can kind of see here are some of the volumes of some of the bigger ones. You can see your METM pairs here. You can click Wrapped ETH here, and this will come up. So really, to start trading on here, all you got to do is connect your wallet. So you would just hit Connect Wallet, and then I could connect my MetaMask right here or my Ledger. I've got both of those available. So I could connect those, and basically at that point, I would be able to trade on here. But my crypto is going to stay in my wallet, which is what is so good about a decentralized exchange. Now, also, it's important to note that this right here is version 1 of Metamorph. They will also be having version 2 that will be coming out. It's supposed to debut in Q1. And if you didn't know, it's March, and Q1 ends at the end of March. So hopefully it will be on track to be released this month. But kind of what happened when they were supposed to have a release earlier last year and they did not have it is they said it just wasn't ready, right? And I've said this many times on the channel. If a project is not on track, that's not necessarily a reflection of them not doing the work. There could have been unforeseen problems that came up. I would much rather these projects do the right thing and wait and make sure everything is in line before they launch it, instead of rushing something out and it having some kind of vulnerability or security loophole or something like that. So to me, the fact they delayed it wasn't really that big of a deal, but we'll just have to see if this will in fact debut in Q1 version 2. Hopefully it will, but the interface is usable right now. So, I encourage you guys to go and check this out. Of course, not financial advice, but I really want to encourage my audience to try out every exchange. Every exchange, go try it out. Go check it out, get a feel for it, see if you like it, especially decentralized exchanges. If you compare what you're getting here with Metamorph compared to some of the decentralized exchanges I've seen, like Crypto Bridge or Ether Delta. Any of these, they are super hard to use, and the user interfaces are not great. So honestly, out of all the decentralized exchanges I've seen, Metamorph has the best user interface here. It really feels just like a normal exchange. It doesn't have the feel of a decentralized exchange. It always feels like it's kind of like not on the same level. So, big ups to them for getting this platform right and, giving a good user experience and things like that. So, hope you enjoyed this video of Metamorph. You guys can go check it out. Like I said, it's app.metamorph.pro. We'll talk to you guys later. BitBoy out.